Hi and Assalamualaikum to our beloved lecturer, Sir Abu Hassan. And today our group would like to present about 5S training. Our group member are me, myself, Hazira Amira binti Abdul Jamil, Muhammad Afzal Arif bin Mazlan, Nur Farah Iziani binti Amran, Muhammad Hishamuddin bin Osmin, and lastly, Muhammad Ashraf bin Muhammad Said. Do you know what is 5S? Okay, let's get started. 5S is a system for organizing spaces so work can be performed efficiently, effectively, and safely. This system focuses on putting everything where it belongs and keeping the workplace clean, which make it easier for people to do their job without wasting time or risking injury. There are 5 steps in the system, each starting with the letter S. Okay, the first S means sort, Siri, and the second S means set in order, we call sit on, and the third S means shine, say so, and the fourth S means standardize, siketsu, and the last S is sustain, self-discipline, shitsuke. Okay, the process is easy. Clearing out unnecessary materials in step 1, sort. We provide the space needed to organize the important item in step 2, set in order. Then, once the workspace is decluttered and organized, dirt and grime can be removed in step 3, shine. These changes to work's job duties and work environment should be reflected in updated procedure through step 4, standardize. Finally, those new procedure won't amount to much unless responsibility is assigned and progress is tracked as required for step 5, sustain. And with responsibility and tracking, worker will continue to apply the step returning to step 1.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afzal Arif bin Mazlan. Okay, today I would like to explain to you regarding the topic that we pick in terms of the training, which is the 5S, and what are the benefits of implementing the 5S in your working environment. First, before we go to the benefits of 5S, we can split into 2 sides, which is what can be increased of the benefits of 5S, and also the what can be decreased by using the 5S. Okay, first, in terms of what can be increased by implementing the 5S training. Okay, first, can be increased in terms of workspace, safety and moral, product quality, equipment life, improve workplace condition such as clean, spacious rather than dirty clutter area. Other than that, for the decrease benefit of 5S, which is the decrease in terms of the injuries, production costs, downtime, defect, tools and inventory research, inventory storage costs, underutilized floor place, and also reduce work cycle time.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Farah Iziani binti Amran. So today I will explain to you about the 5S practice. I will explain to you on the SERI part, which means sort in English. So basically, to practice this SERI part, which is to sort or to organize, is we need to differentiate between the necessary and unnecessary item in our workplace, and we discard the unnecessary item. And after that, we eliminate all the unnecessary tools or like whatever manuals, instruction, or like unused machinery, defective products, papers, and documents, because sometimes in some of the office, it might, we might have like one part of the section of the office, like we have a lot of documents stacked together, but it has like never been used. So why do we have to keep it over there if it's not being used anymore? So this is where the 5S practice needs to be implemented into your culture, into your company organization, so that we can actually, the benefit of this 5S is to make sure that the working environment is safe and reliable to the employees. And you have to go through all the tools, materials, either in the plant or like if you are working in a factory, it will be in your plant or in your work area. As long as it is your working area, you need to practice this 5S processes, and you need not just keep whatever that you need. Just keep your essential items only, so that you don't have to keep stuff that is unnecessary. Just discard that, because in the end it is not going to be used by anyone, so it's a waste of space, and it's a waste of, it will make your workspace become unorganized and unattended for so many years if nobody take care of that. So once we have already know the basic principles and what we need to do in order for us to practice this sort or theory in our working environment, so you need to, the most common and effective way to actually sort your items is by tagging the items. So the common practice is to use a red tag, so that it is visible to you that this specific item is, for you to do something. There's an action for you to do. Either you want to discard it or either you want to keep it. You can like write down the status of that in the red tag. And the great benefit of this red tag practice is that we can conclude that some of the items are not needed anymore, so we need to discard that, and the results of that, it will free up some space, and then it will make your working environment much safer and tidier. So we can move on to the next step, which is the number 2, set in order.
Okay, let's continue with the second S, SITON. That means set in order. SITON focuses on efficient storage and location methods. A place for everything, and everything is in place, clean and ready to use. To effectively set things in order, you can use marking tips, labeling system, hangers, signs, and etc. The result of this process makes much more organized workplace, where everyone knows exactly where to find what they need. Thus, it's saving time and being more productive. The goal is to make the workflow smooth and easy. The goal of set in order is that everything should be stored conveniently. In practice, this means store tools where they will be used frequently. The more frequently it is used, the closer it should be kept. Everything cluttered by storing rarely used tools farther away, and make it easy to fetch and retrieve items. Besides, the worker should not bend, stoop, or stretch frequently. Next, keep work pathway smooth and clear. Moreover, avoid having to lift one object over another. And lastly, avoid having to move an object several times because it's get in the way.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Hishamuddin bin Osmin. So today I'll be talking about the third S from the 5S, which is say so, where it means shine. Okay, let's take a look forward. What does it mean by say so? Okay, so what does it mean with say so is it focuses on cleaning up the place that all the clutter and junk has been removed after a certain shift or period. So one of the obvious benefits of these steps is to make the workplace cleaner and brighter, where everyone will enjoy working. So what we can do at the end of the shift, we must clean the work area and be sure everything is restored in its place. So this will make it is easy to know what goes where and ensures that everything is where it belongs. So a key point is that maintaining cleanliness should be part of the daily work, not occasional activity initiated when things things get too messy. Okay, so as you can see from the picture here, these are the 5S shine example. So there are a trash bin here and the cleaning material. So this should be provided as an easy access for all the workers in the workplace. So that's all from me. For say so, I pass to my colleagues for the 4S. Thank you.
Okay, we go to the fourth S of the 5S training, which is in terms of the Shiketsu, which means the standardizations. Okay, before we go through what is the Shiketsu, okay, Shiketsu is in the English term, which is the standardization in terms of the workplace. Now, the cutler, based on the example in the picture above, we can see that now the cutler is gone and the place is very clean and organized. The 5S standardization will help to ensure the first 3 steps are maintained. This is critical as you don't want to waste all the previous effort from the first 3 steps. By implementing the standardization, we can ensure that the ineffective condition of the past does not resurface. One of the common solutions for standardizing the process is to develop a solid 5S audit program where expectation and responsibilities are made very clear. Okay, next, based on the picture above, we can see the 2 different situations in terms of the standardization. First, without the 5S, we can see that the place of the working place are very not clean enough, and also the space are not utilizing very much. With the 5S standardization, okay, we can see that there are partition in terms of the workplace, and also the workplace are very clean and very organized. So the work practices should be consistent and standardized. Everyone should know exactly what is or her responsibilities are to adhering to the first 3 for the first 3 S. Then the standardizing can be broken down into 3 steps to make sure that the 5S pillar are getting done consistently and correctly. First is to make sure that every employee knows their own responsibilities, make it part of their daily routine, and also be a periodically evaluation or be a monthly evaluation in terms of the standardization. I think that's all for me. I will pass to my friend for the 5th S for today. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Masaid. Now, I would like to tell you all about the last step in 5S training process. We call it as a Shitsuke. Okay. Shitsuke is a Japanese word that meaning sustainability. It is also known as a self-discipline. Sustain in the context of 5S refers to the dedication and self-discipline required to keep the previous 4 5S phrases which are Seiri, Seiton, Saiso, and Shiketsu in my place. Okay, for the second thing is about the reason why sustain is very important for our company training. First is about accountability. Most people are more likely to complete new or challenging tasks if they know someone is monitoring them and also engage in the same activity. Your exercise, for example, your exercise partner has the same expectation of you as you have them, which is accountability. Even if you don't feel like going to the gym, you do it because you know someone else is counting on you and you want the same courtesy in the return. Okay. The second important is competition. Positive internal rivalry can arise as a result of the maintenance phase, as department areas and people consistently try to improve the bar for performance. Many firms, in fact, are driving the sustainable effort in 5S challenges and rewards. Okay, the last thing I want to talk is about the practices of elements that can help sustain 5S and keep the this training functioning well. First is management support. The 5S procedure will not survive without apparent commitment from management, supervisor and manager should participate in assessing the 5S work process and soliciting feedback from the employees. They must also offer workers with the necessary equipment, training and time to complete their tasks properly. Okay, the second thing, department tours. Bringing teams from one department to visit other departments, we assist your whole staff become more familiar with your facilities of operation. This form of cross-pollination aids in the dissemination of good idea and motivate others to think of new way to improve the 5S implementation. Okay, the third thing, updated training. Okay, we must change in our workplace, such as new equipment, new goods or new works regulations that may occur over time. When this happen, update our 5S works standard to reflect the change and offer training on the new ones. Okay, the last element is performance evaluation. Once you have determined that your objectives are appropriate, include performance in each employee's review. Then we must celebrate when teams and individuals succeed and display overall result, so that each team can see how they stack up against the rest of the facility. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
What are the challenges and how to overcome this? So number one will be the resistance of the areas where we implement the program due to that change of culture and the creation of new routine. And in order for them to understand that it is very important, we need to provide the training for them and emphasize on the benefits and the importance of 5S. And then number two will be the inexistence or no follow-up to the action plan, which means that it might be like the 5S might only be done like only one time, and then after that no follow-up. So how to overcome this? The management or the responsible person or department, they have to come up with a strategy, with a compliance monitoring checklist, or come up with like a regular audit, so that we have like a regular checkups and follow up on whatever the 5S practice that they have done. And then number three will be the divergence of concept between 5S auditors and lack of alignment of how to audit. So this is if you don't have like a standard procedure or like a standardized process. So the responsible department or the management, they have to come up with a standardized process to avoid these things from happening.
These are the next 5S challenges and how to overcome it. So the third one is no procedure for non-monitoring non-compliance. So what we need to do to overcome these challenges is we have to provide a channel of communication that is most effective, such as departmental verbal discussions, to provide instant feedback and adequate response, so that it will reduce distortions in a two-way communication in the workplace. So this also has been rated as the best way to communicate changes in the workplace, which also has an excellent response from workers. So the next challenges is lack of understanding of the concept of following a standard which is supported by employee policy. So how do we overcome it? Is by establishing an effective and efficient feedback process, it should be put in a place as a follow up to a proper implementation. So we can use a 5S course as a measuring tool for commitment to implementation, and by extension, compliance. A reward scheme based on the 3 performance every quarter should be implemented in the workplace. And the final challenges will be ineffective feedback where procedures are available and implementation is in place. So how do we overcome these final challenges is a written communication through the notice boards should be encouraged at the departmental level. So communications by email also has an average effectiveness because a lot of the employees do not make use of computers either to receive information or perform the jobs. However, employees with access to smartphone can be easily reached through the social media. So you have to take advantage of the technology nowadays, to make sure we can overcome the challenges by when we implement the 5S in our workplace. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.